Welcome to Shenington for the penultimate round of the Stevenage Sheet Metal Super 1 British Karting Championships. I say the penultimate round, but for one class, it's the final round, and it's been a roller coaster season so far.
Well, Easthope versus Webster is the headline act for KZ1, but there's drama before the start. Hannah Lang having problems with her neck brace before we've even made it to the grid. So the 91, you can see struggling away to get the cord off the cart, take that, put it at the side, and then actually stalls it on the way round to the grid. Fortunately, though, she did manage to get the cart started again, so we are going to get ready with a full house for the KZ1. This is the penultimate race of the season, and if Sam Webster wins this, it pretty much sets up a showdown going into the final race of the season. Easthope and Glear on the front row, Kelly and Webster on row 2 from Ben Blick and Tom Pitlick, Hannah Lang and Paul Slight along with Bobby Game and Scott Allen on the back row of the grid. Away we go. Easthope's barely got away. He's got a quicksand start. He's not moving anywhere, and Glear has got into a clear lead off the start. Webster's through to second. That is championship game on.
The dynamic we have here is if Sam Webster beats Henry Easthope, if they were to finish first and second, for example, in this race, with Webster winning, as Easthope makes up a place, so he's up from, he was down to 5th place there from pole. He's back up to 4th now. If Webster was to win and Easthope came second, it would basically be a straight shootout, Jake, in the final race coming up at the end of this programme. Whoever wins on the track would win the championship. It's that dramatic, this one.
Well, it's Glear, Kelly, then Webster and Easthope, the two championship battlers. A little bit of a trip up there from Kelly. It backs him into the 3 men behind. 5th position is Ben Blick in the 86. So he is trying to make his road into the podium finishers. Glear is out in front though on the CRG chassis, doing a very good job leading the way in the early stages from the front of the grid. So his form here has been exceptional all weekend long. Now he's got an opportunity to put one over on the established guard, who of course they're focusing purely on the championship. They can't really afford crazy do-or-die manoeuvres. I suppose the only one who can is Webster. Easthope has got to play the percentages here. He's down to 4th. He needs to be careful here.
He does, but at the same time, he wants to finish in front of Sam Webster. If he finishes first and Sam Webster second in this championship, effectively, it'll be a straight shootout in the final race. As Kelly looks up the inside of Adam Glear but can't get it done there. Sam Webster wants to put these two. He doesn't want these two to take each other out. As through to the lead comes Kelly. He doesn't want Kelly and Glear to go anywhere in this race. He doesn't want them two getting involved in an incident going off the track. He wants to put them between himself and Henry Easthope.
Well, here comes Webster. Here comes Webster up the inside of Glear, and it looks as though Easthope is going to get through as well. He actually puts one wheel on the inside of Webster, trying to move up into 2nd position. It's game on, and Glear has gone down to 4th position. Now he started to lose that position into that right-hand hairpin. He just drifted a little bit wide. That was the only invitation Kelly needed, and it started a chain reaction that's put him down into 4th position, just in front of Ben Blick. But Webster is now chasing down Dan Kelly for the lead.
Henry Easthope, wily old campaigner, former junior world champion. We know Jake from years ago when he won that junior world championship, of course. He won it at the final round the final race, the final lap of the final corner. He needed to overtake two people to win the World Championship in the final corner of the final race of the season, and he did that to win the championship, and Webster gets involved, and he's so through to the lead.
Oh wow, that is amazing. It looked as though Webster was being very tentative. Can I get this move done on Kelly? Can I make it? Can I make it? I'm not sure I can. And now he's down to 4th position as a result of that tentative behaviour. Clear's going for Kelly. Kelly gets it sideways, and they've lost ground. East Hope has shot up into the lead, and look, there's daylight between them now, 1st and 2nd place. Webster, he really should have used a lot more confidence to make that move. Now Kelly's got Clear to his right, and it looks as though Webster's going to get past Clear, past Kelly. He's done them both. Absolutely brilliant from Webster. This is a championship challenger determined to go for gold.
What a race this is. What a race this is so far. Now, Henry Easthope's got a nice, comfortable lead here. That's the lead he wants. He wants to win this race and put himself in the box seat for the final race of the season. Clear looks up the inside of Kelly. A little bit of contact, blick round the outside, makes up a place. But Scott Allen on the 2 there in, 6th place, I think, currently. He's come from the back of the grid. He was a championship contender early in the season. He's had a bit of a nightmare earlier on this weekend, so that pretty much rules himself out of the championship places. It's between, we think, East Hope and Webster effectively. There are some other dynamics that could go on, but later in the race you can see East Hope's been closed down now by Webster, so Webster much closer.
No more tentative moves from Sam Webster from this point on. If he wants to win this championship, he knows he's got to go 100% attack. The only man standing in his way now is his main rival in the championship, the current champion, Henry Easthope, the number 1. He may not have the opportunity to stay there long, though. Easthope took a perfect opportunity to get up the inside, storm through to the lead and pull away, but on pure pace, it looks as though Webster and Kelly have got enough in the tank to close up on him, and they've been working together to push further to get that victory. And now this is Webster's golden opportunity. He has the chance, he has the speed, and more than anything, he has the motivation.
He's come from a way behind, so he knows he's got the pace. He's brought Dan Kelly with him, the 5 car, and that's exactly what he needs, because when he makes the move for the lead, and we think he's going to do that at some point, he wants Dan Kelly there in 3rd place. Just had a look over his shoulder to see if Kelly's still there. Yeah, you're still there, son. When I go for the lead, you come with me. He needs to get Kelly to come with him. He's got to overtake East Hope to put himself in the box seat for the final race coming up at the end of the programme.
It's amazing what one nod to the guy behind you can be defined by. It is amazing. He knows exactly what the game plan is here. These two will have discussed this beforehand as we watch Paul Slight having issues towards the back of the field there. He's lost time with the leading pack, but this is what it's all going to be about going into the last lap. Kelly's actually not as close as I expected he would be at this point, so it looks as though Webster's going to have to do this on his own if he tries to get the move done. Scott Allen is the fastest man, 45.87, but is Webster going to be able to get this move done and carry his teammate with him, or is he just going to have to rely on his own conviction, his own mentality to push his way through? East Hope still holds the advantage, but he's getting closer by the corner. This is an opportunity for Webster to throw it in at that final right-hander and on the run to the final straight. We've seen it before. We may well see it again here. Webster looks threatening. He's going to try. Is he close enough? No, East Hope holds that line, but is Webster going to get a better run off the corner? No, East Hope is going to be just in front of his rival. East Hope gets it from Webster and Kelly with Clear in 4th position.
What does that mean for the championship? Well, I'll tell you, the final race coming up in the last part of this programme is going to be a straight shootout between Webster and East Hope. Whoever wins on the track is going to win the championship. I spoke to both drivers after this race finished in Parc Fermé. Guys, just a quick chat with you. Sam, Henry, it looks like this is going right down to the wire. If we've got our sums right, it looks like whoever wins the final race of the season is going to win the championship. We've had that several times before in Super 1 over the last few years. This is going to be an absolute classic, obviously. Sam, first of all, I know you've had a fairly difficult season, haven't you? You've either been winning or been excluded for something, or all sorts of things going on.
Penance. My chain fall off in the first heat, which is obviously, I suppose, spiced it up for everyone else watching, but made my life a sight difficulter. So
yeah, and Henry, obviously you won the championship last year. You won the Junior World Championships several years ago, of course, and then last year you won the far more important Super 1 Championship here. More difficult to win it last year. or is it looking more difficult to retain it this year?
More difficult to retain it this year, but it's a bit more exciting this year. It's been sort of close throughout, close racing with Sam and Adam and also Scott, so it's sort of more like, this year it's more whoever wins it sort of almost like pretty much deserves it, because it's been coming down to the wire. So
Okay, well guys, good luck, one race to go. I'll let you shake hands.
Great to see the sportsmanship rife between those two in KZ1. They'll come back later on in the programme, but it's Army Cadets next here at Shenington with plenty of action around the corner.